Just moving away from tennis now, obviously I know you love football.
Of course.
Bayern Munich's your team.
Yeah.
You said before, and you said before you was on the ball. Just talk about.
Yeah. I was on the board of directors for 10 years. After my professional tennis career, Franz Beckenbauer asked me, "Listen, you know so much about the sport, and you're a great PR machine for our club, and when players respect you, why don't you come on the board?" And I, was happy to join. It was like a kid in a candy store. And I met all the players, and it was a wonderful time. But I moved away from Munich. I'm living away now, so I moved out. But obviously, I still follow the team a lot.
So, who was your favorite player growing up as a kid?
My favorite player from Germany or from?
Give us Germany and the world worldwide.
Well, there were a couple of players that I respect a lot. Probably the most famous one is Matthäus.
I used to love him.
Yeah. He was a very powerful midfielder, and 150 caps for the country, and winning everything he did. Unfortunately, after his career, he didn't really find his club yet to be a coach. Then, obviously, in the era of Beckenbauer, you had Meyer, you had Gerd Müller up front, striker-wise, I thought Jürgen Klinsmann was spectacular when he played. But there were teams then that we all knew that all the top 11s, it was clear who was going to play every Saturday. Now with the squad being so big, sometimes you don't know who's going to play the next week.
All right. Lastly, obviously in the world of sport, in football, the racism topics come up again. What's your views on that, and how does tennis go about combating that if it ever prevails?
It's a problem we have in the world. People judge each other by their looks, not necessarily by their character. But I think when players like you stand up for it and say, "Listen, this is wrong, and we have to do something about it," I think it sets a great message to everybody involved, because you're one of the best players in the world for a long time, and you have an important role in this country, and as a tennis player, I'm surprised sometimes that there's such a big gap between the governing bodies of football and the actual reality, what's happening on the court, and I was a bit shocked by these comments. Yeah.